We're live. Welcome. We have round 4 of the Prospects Esports Racing League. Season 5 set to a track, very famous track, Suzuka in Japan. Joined by Fluff. What's going on, buddy?
What's going on, my man? What's going on? I'm looking forward to this one. This track at Japan Suzuka has a lot of history. It's a very tricky one, and like, as some of these guys are probably aware from last night, it took a lot of big names out. It did not hold back in the taking of prisoners last night. So it's gonna be a tough one for the boys here tonight.
I think this is a track where we could see the pole sitter break away. Just in my thoughts, did not watch the race last night, but this is a fast track if you know where to be fast. So we'll see what happens. Definitely a long-running track, almost forgotten about. Unfortunately, it has been forgotten about the last 2 years. F1 is, since the world went to shit, has not been back in Japan, but it is on the calendar this year, so hopefully we see a return. Still remember Fernando Alonso driving off turn 1 when he was running for that 2012 championship, and that was kind of the turning point for him that year. So, yeah, definitely a lot of history. Prost and Senna here with their battle collusion back in, I believe it was 88 or 89. So, definitely an important one. I'm glad it's still on the calendar, at least coming back. And, yeah, we're going to be good. Short quality. Looks like we're going to have 16 people as of this far, as everybody looks to be firing up here. 27 laps.
That definitely looks like the case, my man. I mean, this track, it's a good track. There's 18 turns in it. There's 10 right-handers, there's 8 left-handers. The first sector seems to be the trickiest.
Yeah, what is it? Yeah, that initial fast speed, like bank turn going through 1 and 2, then you have the switchbacks going from 3 to 7. And then it kind of opens up. You just got to have, if you got the fastest line through 3 through 7, you can find yourself pulling away or catching up. But the back half of this track is very fast with some, we got 190, 1 hairpin, and then 13 and 14 are rather sweeping. So if you can push it to the limit through 13 and 14, you can really pull away from people leading up to that final chicane where we might see some trouble. Where were the number 1 trouble spots last night?
Through the first sector, the last couple of corners, like that chicane, the chicanes are right at the end. Chucked up a few issues. Yeah, it was mainly sector 1.
It was strange. It all seems like it comes down to having that fast speed and then coming to basically an immediate halt. So those braking points get challenged. If you're trying to push it, you could brake late, run in the back of somebody, it gets squirrely. It's really about car control a lot on here. It's fast and car control. So, and Natty says your volume is low, and I kind of agree.
Oh yeah, I forgot to turn my mic up.
All right, so here we go with short quality. Participating today, we have Folksy Comet, Patty Mayonnaise, T-Mouse, PL Crew Streamer, Simster, RL Beast, Captain Jack, Alpha Stuns, David Boyer, Guitar Man Khan, Costanza, Paul K, Sam Brooks, Parallel Owen, Arctic Penguin, I don't know, KKO something, and Todd Man and Light CISO. I don't know if that's even a word for that dude's name, but we'll try to make light of it.
I don't know.
We got wet quality.
Oh, it's going to be a wet one.
Dude, Suzuki. So as much as I've complained in the past about wet races, if there is one track where the driving ability shines the best, and Senna did this here, along with Schumacher, is a wet Suzuka. So,
oh man, there's going to be one guy who is going to be upset with this. That is the tag. He was hoping and praying for a bit of weather last night.
Let's see. Everybody's going to go on.
This track's very tricky, side by side, let alone in the wet, like in the dry. Doing it in the wet.
And not sure if we know what the actual race will be, but right now we're wet, and there was no wet conditions last night.
No, there was not. I think it got a little wet at the end of quali, and that was it. Beast is the first one out of the pits as well.
RL Beast in the Ferrari has been probably about maybe mid-pack so far here in Season 5. But We're going to see what these guys have here. We got 17 minutes to see who survives. Hey, hopefully, we have half the field finish. This is a slick-looking track. It's a slick-looking track.
It is definitely like a slip and slide. Look how shiny it is. That's
Yeah, it's
got to be greasy as
ridiculous,
hell.
man.
God damn.
This first section, if it rains, I don't know if we're going to get out of this first section without some sort of trouble, because those tires will not be warm. You're going to have guys pushing. We'll have to see what happens. I got 2, 4, 6, 8 people out right now. Might be best if you want to get a good lap to wait towards the end, not even to get out there. I mean, you can test the limits with the tires and the grip, but you're not going to be switching back and forth between tires. So,
No, you're not. You're definitely not.
yeah, the rain. Hopefully we get a couple in-car views of the raindrops and the helmets. That would be cool. Up to them, though. But, yeah, this hairpin right here shown on the screen is going to be rather tricky, especially in the wet. This race, if it stays this way, is going to be nuts. So, speaking of Suzuka, time for a history lesson, as we got some guys getting out there and testing the waters, no pun intended. The Japanese Grand Prix has actually held quite a few title defending races. 13 world champions have been crowned here. Over 34 world championship Japanese Grand Prix have been hosted. Japan was the only nation to host a Formula One race up until Malaysia in '99. Now, Fuji is another track in Japan, but Suzuka is personally my favorite. I'm not the biggest fan of Fuji. Schumacher has the most wins here, 6. McLaren, with 9, has the most constructors' wins. Last race here, Vettel won this in a Ferrari. Bottas and Hamilton were on the podium. 45 times this race has been held, dating back to 1963. The actual first 2 Japanese Grand Prix were held at Fuji, and it returned in 1987 to Suzuka. It's been exclusively that way. And Patty Pat, according to James, has actually went with a full wet setup. Let's take a look and see if anybody else, instead of everybody's running these intermediates, but no, I'm seeing everybody with intermediates and not wet tires. Nope. So I'm bored right now with Sam Brooks in the Alpine. Let's see if anybody. Looks like Patty Pat's done.
Patty Pat retired.
And Costanza's out.
Patty Pat didn't even come out the garages. He just stayed there. He was like, nah.
I think that strategy with these 2 guys, let them figure out their stuff in front and try to capitalize on any early mistakes in the rain.
Yeah, I mean, I've just had a bit of news saying that Patty Pat's got a quali ban from he's got a quali ban from last week, unfortunately.
Here we have a beast, RL Beast, setting that first time, 139.216. And Captain Jack upset by almost half a second, almost a second. Not a half second, 138.946.
That's some quick maths to figure out. But Folksy's jumped in between them with a 138.973. So the guys are starting to come in now. They're starting to dip their toes in the water. They're getting a little feel. They've done a lap. They've done a couple of laps. You know what I mean? They've done their out lap. Now they've gone out. But Captain Jack sent himself around.
Well, he already got his time left if he wants to. He just pit. You might see people just getting their time on paper and then maybe taking a seat. But we still got about 15, 14 minutes, I think, right?
Yeah, it's still early doors here, mate. It's still early doors. I've jumped on board with TKD, man.
Todd, man.
Trying to set a flyer down in these really slick conditions. I mean, it looks very tricky out there. The reflection you're getting back off the track is immense.
He's fastest through there so far. It was Sector 2. Going into that chicane. Here we go. Manages good grip through there. Let's see if he sets a time and tops that 138.946. And nope, he gets 7th.
Oh, it's not a bad effort, though. It's not a bad effort.
Let's see if we got anybody else coming up close here. And we got Alpha Stones crossing the line, 139.7. Light CISO, who's stepping in the McLaren this week, I guess, for Leclerc. Must have been his outlap because he did not set a time. Got a blue coming up. Who we got here? Is that Owen? Is that Guitar Man?
Ooh, I don't know. It's
It's
Guitar Man.
Guelphy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it did not set a time. Must have been the outlap. So let's see if some of these guys here will get something. They got quite a few coming across the
sent
line.
himself off track. He's trying to get himself back on track now. Just flipped down the Sesso. And he's doing a quick Yui on the gravel.
He in the dirt. Dirt McGirt!
Leclerc has joined the session, guys.
Is Leclerc in on a car?
I believe he will be.
Last week's winner, Tier 2, was a very brilliant race we had out in Jeddah. It was a good run by him. We got top four right now in the pits. Anybody else going to come around? I'll say Owen's taking the pits. We got is that Paul K? I think that's his outlap.
He's starting his outlap. I'm going to sit on board with him. I'm going to watch him.
He's making a thing. I'm trying to see if we get somebody to get a time here. Is that Todd Man coming back around? Yes, does he post a time here that's fast? Yes, he does. Goes a third. 138.986. Wow. Those top three are really close. Like within 1,000th of a second in the wet.
That's incredible. In the wet, it's still so close between all these boys. Even looking all the way down to even like Guitar Man Khan, there's not a lot in it.
Yeah, we got Guelphy coming to the line here.
Second.
Yeah, we got Guelphy coming to the line here. Looks like he's going to set some sort of time here. He did not pit, so he's coming across the line. Guelphy goes 12th, 140.581. Maybe he can push it this lap. We still got 5 people who have not posted a lap yet.
But don't forget about Paul K. He's out putting a lap down right now as we speak.
Got him coming to the back end of Sector 2, entering that long straight, coming around that sweeping 2 corners. Check back the line here and see if we get anybody that's going to, where's Crew Streamers is going to cross the line. He has no time set on that. So let's take a look at Paul K again. Fastest through that section.
Sector 2, purple Sector 2. He's on a flyer, this guy.
In the Aston, coming through that last chicane. Not too squirrely there. Made some good grip. He's fighting with that car, though.
You can
and there we go, Paul!
Yeah, Paul K. Yeah.
Sam Brooks doubles down!
What are these guys doing? Look at what in the wet as well. Oh,
Todd Man takes second with that next run, 138.738. Oh, now they're even closer.
These guys are not holding back, are they? It's emotional. Emotional.
They're the best drivers come out in the wet. That's all there is to it. The likes of Alonso, the likes of Senna, the likes of Schumacher. I'll throw Hamilton in there too. But the likes of Verstappen too. Wet weather drivers, Jim Clark. You know, let's just go. They're the best for a reason. And Sam Brooks, not having a stellar campaign so far, but proven they can handle it in the wet.
I'm gonna keep my odds. Oh, I'll flick down to Steamers. The silent assassin sent himself round before on that final hairpin.
Leclerc is in qualifying now in a must be an Alpha, whereas last week he was in the McLaren and won the race. So he looking to make a run here to get something. I'm board here with Simster going through Sector 1. Speaking of Alpha. Oh, wait, what is the white car? I guess it's a Haas. Take that back. That's Boyer. So I guess they're teammates for this race. Boyer.
So they are. I believe Patty Pat's teammate was Drink Alchemy.
Mm-hmm. And not in this race today. Looks like McLaren's had kind of a mix-up so far in Season 5 here in Tier 2. Got a couple guys getting ready to cross the line, and Paul K is looking fast. Can he keep the grip up through here? He might be able to snag this. I mean, it's literally 7,000 eyes coming in. It looked like he come down fast in the back end of that straightaway. So the top 3 are in the pits. Captain Jack, though, be on board with him in the Alpine. He can set one. He is on. Well, I think he might be on his outlap.
No, he's not. He's out on a flyer, but
all right.
I don't know if he's holding back or not. But he's coming down to the final couple of turns here. So And he's improving. He's improving by nearly half a second.
He's faster in that section. I think he might be able to snag this. They don't
might
take
be
much.
able
It's 2/100ths of a second. Don't mess up through this section.
He's got to keep it light and breezy through that chicane section there. He's handled it very nicely. You can see him fighting with that car.
Captain Jack takes it.
He snipes it with a 138.3034. Oh my god.
7/100ths of a second. Let's go down to Folksy. He is coming through Sector 2 now after that hairpin.
He's improving ever so slightly on his lap, but it's that close and might be able to snag him a place or two.
It's quite possible. That was a brilliant run there by Captain Jack. 7/100ths of a second on top of Sam Brooks. Unfortunate. But here's something. Looks like Alpine's got it figured out today. Teammates 1 and 2 right now. 6 minutes left in this.
They are definitely turning up tonight. But like, it is like that 700ths of a second might be hard to catch.
Yeah, it's gonna be very hard to catch.
It's gonna be very hard to catch.
But these guys know where they can make some time up, and if they get a little luck, they can press that. That would mean you would need a 137, basically. Folksy moves to second. Yes, he did gain some spots. He gained everything but P1. 138.557. I don't think anybody's going to be catching Jack. Leclerc is yet to set a time, but he's also not setting a time. He is going to sit it out. You have 4 guys out. Connor, 97. He's locked in at 146, so they're out as well. Let's take a look and see what RL Beast is going to do here. He's coming back to the pits.
He's coming in.
T-Mouse yet to set a time. We'll go on board with him.
Oh, the mouse in.
Captain Jack, 138.034, currently a half a second. He bit it. Nobody's catching him at this point. 137.861. It's not going to happen.
Oh,
that's a lockup in the wet. Brilliant P1, Q1, whatever. Good God.
That is a statement there laid down by Captain Jack. He's like, come on, boys. Keep up, or I'm going to run away with this one.
Yeah, grease him up and push him down the hallway because this guy can grip it and rip it. That's unbelievable.
Mate, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Almost a second. See what anybody has here. We got a couple guys in our outlaps that were competing. Stones is in the pits. T-Mouse, go on board with him. Going through the sweeping corners here before the straightaway exiting Sector 2. See what
if you hit the line right on the entrance, you can take it as one continuous corner.
You can. And that takes a lot of focus and not questioning yourself. That's a lot of trust.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't even risk it in these conditions though.
He's a bit quicker in Sector 2. He might be able to nab at least the top 5. You're currently 7th at 139. He can hopefully get in those 138s, I think, fairly quickly. What's he going to get here? Cross the line. He takes second, 138.520, but still not sniffing Captain Jack.
Ooh. He's only just claimed Peter. It's so close between him and Folksy there. That was a good lap there by Mouse.
Blair came across. Nothing on his. Couple blues here. That's Sam Brooks out lap. Captain Jack back in the pits. Couple more blues coming across. Must have been Owen. No, Owen is going through Sector 2. And he's actually looking a little bit quick right now. But I don't know. Hopefully he can improve on his time. Todd Man's locking it in at 138.738. Currently 5th, but I have a feeling that this is going to change because when you look between second and Arctic Penguin takes second at 138.354. They're creeping up.
They're trying. They're trying. They're definitely trying to bring the noise, mate. They're trying to give it to him. They're not going to make it easy for him, man.
No. Still a half-second difference there. Captain Jack in the pits. He's not done. There's 2:40 left. In this quality session.
I've jumped on board with Owen. He's coming up to the final chicane section. He's holding it better. That was nice.
A little bit wide there.
Just slightly on the exit, but I flicked off of the camera view. But
no, he takes 5th. 138.572. Man, that's going to be tight.
It's a good effort. It's a good effort. Even though he did run a little bit wide, it was a good effort. Captain
Jack is coming out of the pits. He wants to push. He wants that 137.5. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't know. These boys are pushing. We got 2 minutes left of quality. I reckon it's all good.
Now, Sam Brooks is
I think
improving on his time, but it's not the best time of the day.
see, I think that's a brave move by TKD, man. Like just locking it in there that early, where it's changing
I
it
mean, he
about
knows he can't
so
get
much
nothing
in a
else
minute.
out of it. I mean, who knows? So, well, we got on board here Sam Brooks down the stretch. Quicker through 2 and 3, but now he's going yellow. I don't think it's going to happen here.
No, but he's going to have at least one more chance at it, though.
As he comes around the corner, comes across the line, see if he improves at all. Does not. The Arctic Penguin already looking to push here. He's coming across the line. Can he double down and improve on that one? T-Mouse is going to softs as the rain has stopped. So Penguin's still locked in at 138, 554. T-Mouse is he quit.
that must have been a mistake.
I was about to say, I am not seeing rain coming down though. Nowhere on the track on these shoes. It's still wet. Maybe it's drying up.
He sent himself around. That's unfortunate.
We got, is that Semster coming across? Yeah, he's on his out lap. We got, getting down here to the nitty gritty. Is Penguin going to have anything for Captain Jack? He is already red. It looks like he's going to be locked in. With what that time is left, he is already disqualified on this lap. Captain Jack on board, 137.861. Brilliant driving the wet.
He's improving.
Yes, he is improving. But I believe this was his out lap, so I do not think this is going to count.
No, it's his flyer. It's his flyer.
Oh, his flyer, I missed it. Let's see what
Paul
we got
shot
here.
himself with a P2 with a 138.140.
Oh, wow, coming through. So we're in overtime now.
They are bringing it in there. They are like, we want that 137 as well. This is going to be a spicy race, especially if the weather's drying up as well.
Oh, now he looks like he's went red, unfortunately for Captain Jack. So looks like we're locked in. Paul, I don't know if he's going to, this counts. We're in extra time for what it's worth, so maybe he crossed the line before. We got a yellow. Well, kind of. He's stopping.
He was improving.
And when we look at Folksy, he's going to cross the line here. I'm going fast down that straight. Maybe he can. I don't see him squeezing 0.7 of a second out, but let's see if he can get something coming across here to improve on that time and bounce the two people in front that left. He's got nothing. He's locked in fifth. I guess the other one's Owen, who's coming across the line. Had a good lap last time to springboard him from 13th to 5th. He's coming in the pits. Yeah, we are set. It looks like. I mean, Alpha Stuns and Beast could do something. Beast is coming to the chicane.
Alpha Stun he was improving ever so slightly. He's down a little bit now, but
Beast is locked in. So look like we have our pole sitter. Captain Jack, 137.861. Paul K sneaks in there, the 138. Arctic Penguin, T-Mouse, Folksy, Owen, and Sam Brooks. Todd Man bailed out early. Not sure if he couldn't have gotten in that 138.5 territory, but I guess we'll see in the final race. Rain has stopped. Track is just wet, but it quit raining, so hopefully that means... I don't know, I kind of want to see what weather race here.
I do as well. I want to see it side by side in the wet. It's going to be very spicy.
I'm checking down the times here. I don't know, does this count for Paul Wall? No. I mean, I guess it does, but he's slow.
But, like, this is... If you look at all the quali times, it's so close all across the board, like it is every week.
Unfortunately, that means these guys are going to be side by side in the wet if that's the case, but we'll see here in about 30 seconds what the gods of Codemasters give us. So, we got 3 Union Jacks at the top. Captain Jack, ironically. Paul Wall K, Arctic Penguin, T-Mouse, Folksy, Purelo Owen, Sam Brooks, Todd Man, Boyer, Stuns, Beast, Guitar Man Khan, Semster, and Guelphy for the top 14. But look at the 1 through 9 separated by less than a second.
It's crazy how close it is. It's going to make for very good watching. Very, very good watching. I can't wait for this race to get underway in a few moments here.
All right. What is it? What is it? What is it? No puzzles, no puzzles, no puzzles, no puzzles, no puzzles. No puddles, no puddles, no puddles, no puddles. Ah, well, we're dry. It was all wash. It's for nothing.
But you know, some of the very fast guys that don't favour those wet conditions, that are really fast in the dry, really consistent in the dry. They've still got a job on their hands to do here. Some of them are at the back of the grid.
All right, can you commentate on the Saturday League, please? Is that you or me?
Huh?
We can both do it on Saturday, maybe. Football season's over, so I'm more open to racing now on Sundays and Saturdays. So you see the Ferris wheel's actually moving. It's the nice little things, right?
Oh, so it's the touches. It's the touches, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's a nice little bit of scenery around here.
Yeah, now fix the lobbies, Codemasters. I guess that went over somebody's head. Anyways, we are, for some reason, waiting to start this. Let's just get it going. Even the guys there standing pit side are very angsty to get this going. What do you want, dog? Move. What do you want? All right, and we take our warm-up lap here. And I miss... so glad Suzuka's actually back on the F1 calendar this year. Hopefully they don't cancel it. Because, I mean, Australia's on the F1 calendar, too. I just really don't see them going to Melbourne this year, but we'll find out.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. I quite like the Australia track. I like that.
So do I. It's a good track. It's not brilliant, and it's not boring, but it's a mainstay, and it's a very...
It's the history of it as well. Yeah. There's been some epic battles happen on there. The people have lost their championships at that track.
So again, Captain Jack on pole. No worries of rain unless it decides it wants to come in later. That wet quality was all a build-up for nothing. Not sure who... So, who is Mid-Hunter? Are you familiar with Mid-Hunter? Fluff.
Sorry, mate.
So we have Mid-Hunter commentating. Are you familiar with him? Or they, whatever.
Sorry, you cut out a little bit there. Familiar with who?
I'm not sure if you've seen the comments. Right, you're on a separate thing. Yeah, this Mid-Hunter character has a league Saturday nights asking us to commentate. No, never mind.
We can talk about it. We can talk about it.
Yeah, well, Saturday 9 p.m. I think it'll be different for me because I'm on East Coast U.S. So.
I'm UK based, as you could probably tell.
So here we go. This is going to be brilliant because now I'm wondering if we're going to see a surge from the likes of T-Mouse or Folksy from 5th because of the lack of rain. Captain Jack, obviously impressive in the wet, but let's see if he can duplicate that ability in the dry.
Well, the real drivers come out to play in the wet. He brought all kinds of noise, didn't he? He was not holding the back. The boys were struggling to keep up with him.
Now, keep an eye on Leclerc in the back in 19th as he won last week's race. He did not qualify. So, let's see what happens here. I think we're in line for a brilliant race, hopefully without accidents.
Fingers crossed. That's always the dream.
Oh, those guys are way behind, weren't they? There's our predicted pit stop strategy. 2 stops has soft and hard between 9 and 11, and other one's medium and hard. So we're going for 2 stops. If you start mediums, I guess I should bring that up on the screen.
Yeah, that's a good option.
Well, I didn't have to worry about the tires before, so here you see our top 2 guys are on softs, and we are ready to go green.
It's a mixed field on the tire selection as well.
I cannot see the green lights, so I'm just going to start yelling, there you go, green! And we have Captain Jack pulling away early on the inside's Paul K. Pushing at the middle's Folksy going into turn 1, taking that inside. Look at Folksy with the move. Outside back, though, for Arctic Penguin. Brilliant push there from 5th to 3rd by Folksy. Paul K.
An amazing start there by Guitar Man Khan.
We
Sent himself around. Sent himself around. The guys were a little bit wheel to wheel. Some of the Golfy got off to an absolute flying start. Absolute flying start. And he got caught up into the bit of turn one madness. They played it safe. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of contact, sent each other around.
And we're virtual.
Sent himself around. We're virtual safety car, guys. Virtual safety car. We haven't even finished half a lap here at Suzuka.
I was afraid that was going to happen, but we got crew streamers, Leclerc, Sesso, and K. I don't know. I want to come up with a fancy name for that guy, 97. They all got penalties on that, unfortunately. As I mentioned right before there, Leclerc. And he's out!
Oh, it looks like Beast lost it. There might have been a little bit of contact, I'm not sure, but from when I looked up...
Leclerc, I just jinxed his ass. I jinxed Leclerc before the race started. Captain Jack still in the lead. Paul K, they're coming down the straight. Brilliant view here. Folksy pushing. What's going to happen in this chicane, though? Anybody going to push in here too hard? Not quite. Smooth sailing, got a couple curb hops there from Mouse and Brooks.
I'm just keeping my eye on the back of the grid, sort of like I'm on board with Crew Steamers, who's all over the back of Simster Crazy. Simi needs to get a wiggle on. Simi's going in the pits by the looks of it. He's going in the pits.
Must have had that contact coming through turns 1 and 2 here. Fast corner. Brilliant corner design as well. Folksy on the tail of Paul K for second. Petty Mayonnaise nailed with that 5-second penalty. We got a couple guys pitting. They're trying to shake it up, I guess. A little bit confused why everybody's pitting, unless they all took contact.
They could have taken a little bit of contact. It was so tight going through the first corner.
So Paul K a little bit in the grass there. Well, Folksy applying the pressure. On the outside, forced his way in the hairpin. Crossover!
Oh my god! Oh my god, that was intense, mate. That was a move and a half there.
I just coughed my ass off because I yelled too much. What a brilliant exchange of positions. Paul K and Folksy. We got to yell back in sector 1 against the Cons off the track. What a brilliant display of aggressiveness, holding the line and rebounding.
They're swinging already, these boys. We're in lap 2 of 27, and they're not holding back. What a move by Folksy, but what nerves Paul had there, just to hold it together.
And Captain Jack's loving all of it because, like I mentioned in qualifying, if you're fast here and you're in the lead, you won't look back. There's no doubt about it. So with them fighting, Jack is slowly pulling away. At least he was. They're getting a little bit closer now.
I've jumped back on board with Owen, who's in P7. He's in pursuit of Team House. He was really close going down the start-finish straight here, but they're starting to lose him a little bit through the first and tighten up in the first twisty section.
Yeah, we got Todd Man sleeping too right there in 8th. Took that early bailout on quali, so a little bit spaced out there in the middle. We got a second lead back now for Captain Jack. Paul K, man, that was that's probably the best overtaking I've seen this season. And the hairpin of all places.
That was actual epic, mate. Like, wow. Like, those boys delivered there. That was good driving.
We got Folksy now.
My heart is still pumping from watching that. I don't think I'll forget that ever.
Here we go with board here with Sam Brooks. Got T-Mouse right behind. We're in that sweeping section. It'll be interesting to see what happens when DRS opens up on that backstretch.
It's gonna be tight because these guys, Team Also and Todd Man, they're really tight. David's even getting himself in the mix here, and Alpha. So they're getting in their DRS range. So it's gonna definitely start to be a bit more spicy. The guys are gonna be catching up.
Yeah, the corner, that long sweep, that long little slant corner there before Todd Man at the fastest lap as I'm on board with him. Before that last chicane, F1 cars are about the only cars that can take that full out. Somebody clipped the grass there. So it's definitely brilliant there. Folksy, Penguin now. But yeah, back with Owen. Yeah, the 6th through 8th is pretty tight. Applying that pressure. You gonna make it?
Oh, I don't know, but do you know what? Captain Jack's clawed himself away from the DRS range. He might be able to get a bit of a push on it.
But here's the thing: what you're looking at is those top two guys are on softs. Folksy's on mediums. Was keeping up, so they'll have to pit earlier unless they can make it work. But Captain Jack was able to work that car in wet quality, so he might be able to drive more on these tires as opposed to the competition. Parallel Owen, Mouse. These guys are kind of staying put right now. Maybe waiting around for the DRS. I mean, we're lap 4. I'm not sure if it's even opened up yet, but looks like it has.
Oh, but Paul's got himself in the DRS range of Captain Jack. This is gonna... He's in hot pursuit of Captain Jack right now.
So it looks like the only DRS zone on this track is on the front stretch. Is that correct?
I believe so.
That's kind of dumb. I figured they have it on the back, but let's say, man,
that back straight definitely needs it. It definitely could do with one.
He's running him down here, going into turn 1. He's going to push it and try to get under him in turn 1. What a brilliant shot by Codemasters. Did not get it there. That's a good camera shot. Folksy and Penguin. Penguin ran down Folksy. It would make it more competitive. That back stretch had DRS, but it's just that front stretch, so we probably won't be able to see it for another lap unless a mistake happens. A change here.
Yeah. There's been a change between P5, P6, and P7. T-Mouse looks like he had a little wiggle. He's dropped down to P7.
Sam Brooks been rather impressive today in quali and so far in this, as opposed to how the rest of the season is gone. But unfortunately, that DRS train for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 separated the two. Folksy now almost 2 seconds behind Paul K, who is still hot on the tails of our leader, Captain Jack, after 4 laps.
Oh, but Todd Man's all over the back of Mouse. I've flicked that. I've caught my eyes on that little battle happening.
Trying to come back here. We got somebody out in sector 1. Somebody just went off the track. So, right now on that backstretch, see if Paul K can push it through here. On the inside, coming into that chicane. But better coverage here would be good. We'll see. He should be able to get him on this straightaway here. He really closed in the last lap. Oh, he tries to break wind, and that's not a fart, but he's breaking the draft. Coming into turn 1, that breaking in the draft really saved the lead for Captain Jack.
Top Man's just made the move on Mouse there on the start-finish straight with the DRS. See if he can get a little push on from Mouse now. Try and take there's little advantages he's got left in those soft tyres.
Yeah, it's going to be wearing thinner. Looking at lap 9 on the softs was estimated in the pit strategy, but it has everybody going to hards. If that's if you want to do 2 stops, I think some of these guys will probably go 3 stop.
Yeah, more than likely that looks like to be the case. 3 stop.
Already Penguin back on Brooks here, coming into the hairpin. Everybody 5th and 6th are rather close to each other. It's just that separation of 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. It's kind of grown. Captain Jack still not really running away. He's got that ball and chain on his ankle from Paul K. He's got the ankle monitor on, so he can't leave the house. It's almost time to break that off.
He's trying, but Paul's not letting him break it off. He's like, I'm coming for you. This is my race tonight.
Already Penguin. We got crew streamers at the 3-second penalty. Currently sitting in 11th. Right now. Still disappointed we had no Leclerc and Beast. I'd like to know how that went down. Must have been Leclerc was a reserve today and came in late in quality and might as well just not have made the time to show up today. So here we go. Paul K again cannot get the run on Captain Jack with the flaps open. Oh, they were driving faster there. You can see the car get the grip as it was going sideways. Toddman hit with the penalty. It's be cutting the track, cutting the cheese. You can't have that through the chicanes here for Toddman. Real close here to Owen. Now they're starting to group up between 4th and 7th.
Oh, Mouse has sent himself around. Mouse has sent himself around.
Doritos Williams not great in the way on the medium tires.
Oh, that's unfortunate. And he knows I'm going to be asking questions of him later. How do you spin with full traction?
So Paul K
Obviously, this man is pushing.
Paul K. Actually on the heels, not in DRS zone of Captain Jack. Gotta wonder if these tires are coming into play. I'm sure there's a way we can see the tire temperature. Oh, just can see the telemetry here. You can see the ERS. Paul K is using all the ERS to try to keep up with Captain Jack. Somebody's upset about the commentator proposition. Pay me, pay me. And here we go. Paul K. A little bit more distance between Captain Jack and Paul K. I don't think he's going to get him again. Doesn't break draft this time, but it's just not happening. Captain Jack is just that fast. That closing is there. Catches up about 0.3 of a second every time before entering turn 1. And he could just not get it. They're just destroying Sam Brooks, though, who is having a brilliant drive for the season here. But Folksy all over that butt, trying to get around to make that move. Oh, he gets wide.
Folksy just lost out to Sam Brooks in the DRS section, and Sam Brooks seems to be running away a little bit now.
And Folksy's not too happy about that.
Sam Brooks has proven to be Mr. Consistent this season so far.
Arctic Penguins also not going to be a pushover in this. They got this train going here between 3rd and 5th. Will Folksy tried that push into this hairpin again. You saw the back end get squirrely for the late braking. Did not make a difference. But Penguin is sniping. Penguin is sniping here.
It's so close between these guys. I mean, Captain Jack and Paul are having their own private little battle up front at the minute.
It's really ridiculous. It takes the entire lap, and Paul is able to get close, but the DRS zone, the area that should help him, actually is hindering him. So it's going to have to take a push somewhere. He is drowning the ERS everywhere, though.
Oh, it's it. Penguin's right in the back. Oh, they make a little bit of contact. Foxy and Penguin come side to side. He was all over the back of him. He went round the outside, and it was such a tight.
Oh, he's coming in. Penguin's done. He's coming in for the pits. Same spot where Senna and Prost had their incident years ago. Costanza with the fastest lap, 132.163. And we got the pass here? Did we get the pass? We did not get the pass. He got within 1/10 of a second. Paul K did of Captain Jack.
Oh, but Stianza and Alpha went to it. They went into it. They went into it in the first corner. And he went side by side, and that's all she wrote.
Dude, the fastest lap.
Stianza. Oh my God. With the fastest lap. He's got to be furious.
Safety car brings it all back together. We're going to see everybody pit right now. And as for...
Now, this is going to be interesting. This is where you're going to see the strategies coming out. They're going to be like that. You're going to see the different little mind games that are going to start playing. It's going to bring them all back together.
Arctic Penguin.
It's going to work out for the other guys that haven't been so fortunate here at Suzuka. Like the bottom of the pack, the bottom 15 guys onwards. I mean, it brings them back closer, gives them an opportunity to get this race underway again for them, because it's still early doors here. Lap 9 of 27.
Yeah, it seems like it's been a longer race. Arctic Penguin pitted, went to hards right before that. So if he can get back around, he's got 13 seconds, so might be able to take this lead, but we have to see if Captain Jack and Paul K pit here. They should. And yep, they are in. Sam Brooks behind. Oh, they got jumbled up there. A little bit of a brake test. And Folksy he got choked. He got joked. He thought that I guess Brooks was staying out. And it went last second, clipped the barrier. But luckily he's right there to that was pointless, not gonna lie. You're either gonna pit or not, everybody else is pitting.
Exactly. That looked like it was a last second decision there.
Penguin's just now coming up to the chicane.
But he might stay out. These guys are on fresher tyres apart from Guitar Man Khan. I mean, he's on hards.
Penguin just pitted before that safety car because he was trying to make that move. They had that incident right there at the chicane, and then he bolted for the inside, and then 3 seconds later there was that. But he's not going to come out in the lead. So did not work in his favor at all. Everybody else is basically on now, kind of hindrance because he's on a little bit older tire and on hard. So we got Penguin, Mouse, Simster, and Nada 97 on hards for the 2-lap or the 2-stop strategy.
He sent himself around under the safety car.
Well, is he drunk or what? Like, what are we doing here? That's some Charles Leclerc shit.
We didn't see that last night in Tier 1, though. The Fudge managed to send himself around in the same spot on the safety car.
Brooks on hard will be a good play. Brooks has kind of fallen back in terms of the leaders in first and second, but manages to stay in third with the hards. If they all pit one more time, and Brooks can nurse it home, but if they're all going to pit one more time, it's going to go to soft. So,
I mean, what's interesting is everyone's opted for mediums or hards. Foxy and Crew Steamers, they've opted for softs, mate. That's an aggressive move.
Well, they know there's going to be another safety car. I mean, there always is, so maybe not. Maybe it's the one time there's not. They also have penalties they probably should have just served, but anyways, interesting race so far. Lap 10 of 27. It feels like this race is about halfway done. And I guess maybe it feels like it's longer, like it's lap 20.
We'll be I reckon we'll not be far off the halfway, well, the midpoint of the race when the safety car comes in. Like Sasso's still a minute 16 seconds off the back of the pack, so let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, my man.
So, yeah, and shout out to Sam Brooks with a solid drive, currently P3. Todd Man, after bailing early, up to 5th. Alpha Stuns.
Sam Brooks has done really well this season so far. I mean, we're only in round 4, but he's been consistent, like, all across the board, even in the wet.
Paul K stepping up. Captain Jack is definitely the impressor so far. I believe we've had, this is what, round 4? We've had different winners each week, correct?
Exactly.
So it's called parity competition.
That's what I mean. It's like you can see it in quality. It's so close all across the board. Like, it just makes for this interesting racing. I can never call it. I don't even ever want to hazard a guess at it. It's always that close. It's anybody's race. Any one of these guys that get onto the grid on a Tuesday night, it's anybody's for the taking.
Well, it's Tuesday night fights, Tuesday night live, something, 2 for Tuesday. Makes Tuesdays worth living. Tier 2. Tuesday is laundry day for everybody. The worst day of the week.
Tuesday is the best. Where is that, mate? Do you know what I mean? These Tier 2 guys, they're impressive. They're impressive. Even the Tier 3 guys, you know what I mean? That's why I like being here at the Prospects Racing League. Like, these guys, all across the board, they're so fast. They're consistent.
Everybody continues to push it, and those that want to get better, get better. Everybody that comes in here manages to see growth within the series.
Yeah, like I've only been a part of the league for a few months, but every week I see improvement. I've seen improvement across the board, not just in one driver, in every driver.
Safety car in this lap. Gonna go green. Is he gonna box him up? Well, you might back him up here in the chicane and then just come out fast. Yeah.
He is. I'm on board with Paul K. He's dropped the hammer. He's
already dropped the hammer early.
Oh, he sold the pump fake, didn't he? He sold the pump fake.
Yes, he did.
He's gone. Yeah, he's off. Paul sent himself
around. Paul goes around. And he's it.
Oh, he caught too much of the curb on the exit and he sent himself around. He's got to be angry with that.
He felt the pressure there. Sam Brooks in here in second. Jack is gone. Jack is gone. Yeah, he tried to catch up there, and he overshot that curve. And see if he can rebound. We still got a long race.
I know he's going to be angry with himself there. But he just needs to settle his nerves, get back into his groove. He'll be back up there in no time.
There we go between Owen here. Toddman right on Owen. He's second through ninth, 10th basically is it's gonna be tight. Well, they're coming off the boy, Captain Jack with the screw job, the Montreal screw job.
You got Arctic Penguin, Folksy.
Folksy in the soft's already making positions here, getting around Mouse.
He's getting around Mouse with ease.
Better
Takes that
grip.
inside line. He's got the grip advantage there as well.
Oh, yeah. Stay on board with him because he's going to be aggressive through here. Mouse was on the...
He's not holding back, though. He's not letting him have it. But that's an aggressive move there by Folksy to go for the softs.
Folksy could be a... well, he'd have to get up in contention with Captain Jack because he's going to run away with this. But Folksy here, especially when DRS starts, it's going to be amazing to see if he can get back into that top 3. Chasing down Penguin now. Coming into the chicane. Stuns is starting to get separated.
Folksy's definitely got to make this work for him, and he's not holding back. He's definitely marching his way up there.
And he's on the tail here. Can he get around? ERS on for Folksy. Going under.
The turn 1.
Clean pass there. Clean overtake. Now chasing down Alpha Stuns. We got Todd Man real close to Owen.
I just caught my eye on that as well.
Coming through the S's.
Close between all these guys. Close between them.
Except Captain Jack, who now has a 3.5 second lead, but... oh, it goes around! Todd Man, we got a huge collision! Folksy's out of the race!
Paul K's out of the race.
Insanity! 2 of the fastest drivers are out! Todd Man loses it in the S's.
Oh my god, that collision collected up a few casualties there. Safety car, safety car, safety car, guys. What did we just witness, Falbert?
We just witnessed half the field is gone. That's what we just witnessed. We saw Todd Man. And then just a bad collision. Look at the tire there on the Mercedes. Light says so. Looking at his teammate there in awe. Now he's just pulling over for some reason. I don't know. But we're down to half the field. Almost half the field. We got 12 people left in the race. So
that was major. That was major. That one incident took out half the field.
Who pits now? Do we have pits? Do we get these guys in hards come back on softs?
That's madness. That's madness, mate.
Those are some hard hits because they were all going full speed. And this is not a wide track. But to see Folksy make those moves, Paul K., who had already spun a couple of laps before that was chasing down Captain Jack, is now out of the race. Unless Sam Brooks has something up their sleeve, this is Jack's race to lose. It's definitely Jack's race to win, but you just don't mess up.
They're going to be bunched right back up again.
Yep, we got guys in the pits. Penguin, Mouse, Simster, Khan, Nada.
Simmy's gone soft. Simmy's gone soft. He's attempting that aggressive move now. He's going to make that work for him. I mean, is he going to be anticipating another safety car, or is he going to be looking to stretch it 13 laps?
I mean, I'm anticipating another safety car, but that wasn't how that went down. Was insane.
It just started off with 2 and it just collected so many. It was at such a bad point.
So. To break down where we're at now. First, Captain Jack. Second, Sam Brooks. Third, Owen. 4 stuns. 5th, Guelph. You get it. Everybody's on mediums except for Simster and Brooks. And Sesso finally caught up, so he got around all the dead cars. So
yeah, Sesso had to park up ever so slightly to avoid the carnage and drive around it slowly. He had to take evasive action.
Yeah, well. It's been interesting to say the least. So, Captain Jack. Brilliant drive by Captain. Especially with just the time he set in the wet in quali. Maybe he loves Suzuka and just stands out here. Yeah.
He's definitely the man to beat here tonight. He's brought all kinds of noise from the wet quali to the dry race. He's been leading all the way.
In the Alpine, other famous multi-winners at Suzuka. We got Schumacher, Hamilton, Vettel, and two famous Japanese, Yoshikazu Tsunako and Motoharu Kuraso. All have 2 victories back in the 60s and 70s. Gerhard Berger won here twice. Senna's got 2 wins here. Damon Hill's got 2. Mika Hakkinen and Fernando Alonso have 2. But Hamilton's got 5. Vettel's got 4. Schumacher has 6. I'm sure Prost has one in there somewhere. Ferrari with 7 constructor victories here. McLaren leads with 9. Mercedes with 6. Red Bull with 4. Benetton and Williams with 3. And then Porsche. Remember when they were in F1?
Porsche?
Nobody remembers that. Porsche.
I don't even know about that.
Porsche, Nissan, March.
Oh, that's got to be way back
Lotus,
in the day.
that's 70s, man.
Yeah, goddamn.
But yeah, Porsche was 64 and 67, and that was about the last time they were in Formula One. Of course, they talk about getting back involved again, much like Aston Martin did to a degree. But yeah, it's very important. This is, like I said, a legacy track that should never be removed from the circuit. Much like Hockenheim should never be removed from the circuit, but kind of is. And then it's just the way it goes. I like new circuits that are done well, that aren't money grabs, and I like the legacy circuits. Although Bahrain has grown on me as a night race. It's usually, and that actually starts here in about a month. The first official F1 race will not be in Melbourne. It will be, again, opening in Bahrain at night. So, yeah, a lot of questions still going into the actual Formula One season as we start having people have the press events for the liveries, although none of the liveries change every year except for like maybe one. And people are like, oh my God, it looks so cool. I'm like, it's the same as it's been for 5 years. Safety car in this lap. So we got 2 teammates, 1 and 2 here. Well, in terms of this week, teammates, constructors, is he going to bunch them up again? I mean, it worked last time to a degree, but it screwed everything up to a degree as well.
Oh, is he dropping?
Hey, he already did. He's already gone. So we are green. Sam Brooks hanging around.
He ain't hanging around. He's not letting them get away with it.
Yep.
Alpha stuns all over the back of Owen, though.
Oh, yeah. With the pass, going here on the outside, going into turn 1. Has he got the balls to do it? Oh, he sticks to the outside. Did he make it? Oh, he made contact. Brett, side by side the whole way. Can he take the inside here? Cuts in the grass. Does not get the spot, though.
That was a good idea to back out of that one. That could have been another potential safety car incident right there.
Well, he was pressing his luck there for a good bit. I think he was like, well, this is going to run out here. But brilliant drive to make it stick.
Yeah, it was touch and go for a minute there. Touch and go.
Sam Brooks still kind of hanging around here. I got Owen, though. Is Alpha going to do something here in the hairpin? Can he get under? Does not. The throat was ready for this today. I don't know about that. Girl Owen trying to fend off. So we're down to basically 11 cars in the race as Sesso's a lap down. Captain Jack up to his second lead again over teammate Sam Brooks on the hards. He's going to lose those positions on those tires, though.
Yeah, you feel like you will do, but I don't know who could pay off for him. I mean, he's proved he knows what he's doing. The rest of the races this season, he's been very consistent. He's stuck by his decision to stay out, and I feel like it might work for him.
Stun's got a really good run off of the chicane here. Can he make something stick? T-Mouse fastest lap so far.
But Owen and
now the inside.
He's
to the inside.
All angles, and it's not working. Nothing.
Let's see Mouse get around Guitar Man Khan and get back up to 9th. He's on softs. Let's take a look here at Simster on the softs. These 2 guys in the back on the better compound, the faster compound.
Is all over the back of Guitar Man Khan on those softs.
Can they work to be as aggressive as Folksy was, who just made some brilliant overtakes today in this race until he found himself out?
Yeah, his luck definitely ran out tonight. He made some really good moves, though. That overtake between him and Paul was insane.
It's literally insane. Like, put the jacket on him, push him in the hole like it's... Nah. Captain Jack continues to pull away, but Owen and Stuns will catch Brooks on the hards. Stuns.
He's starting to catch him.
You can see that those tires, you can see that back end starting to scoot a little bit as he's really pushing. It goes a little bit wide there on the straight. As DRS opens back up, which looks like it's going to this lap. I think it's going to really open up. Got Simster up to 8th, chasing down Arctic Penguin. Oh! Tire to tire on the wheel. Can you get under him? Boyer. Arctic Penguin. Oh, these are all tight right here.
Ooh.
DRS enable. Here we go.
It's so tight.
Simster just going to blow by him here, but he did not open his flaps. He did not.
I thought they were going to attempt to go 3 wide there, but they're going 2 wide.
Oh, he gets around!
Oh!
What a save!
He was lucky. He was lucky.
That's skill. That back end came out. What a save.
But Mabs, he's having a little sniff at Guitar Man the cardigan. He's having a look round the outside. He's holding that line.
Are they bumped there? Oh, they must have bumped because he went wide and he's around.
Oh, Guitar Man.
Oh! Gets by him.
No.
No safety car. He's up and good. We're still going. Tarman Khan has found himself spinning out quite a bit so far today. You take a look back up here.
He has been pushed. He has been pushed about a little bit tonight.
Simster now closing in on Penguin here in the Alpha.
He needs to be. He needs to be taking advantage of those soft tyres before the mediums start to kick in and they got the advantage.
Yeah, we got about 11 laps left in this race. Still think we see some more pits, though, especially for those mediums of people on 7, 8 laps. Simster gets around Penguin now, entering the chicane. We'll chase down Boyer if he can get here.
He's not letting him have it, though. He's not letting him have it. He's all over the back of him still. Oh, Simi got a great exit out the final turn.
Mouse must have hit a snag somewhere because he lost some time in there. Simster chasing down.
He's got to push. He's been pushing hard. He's been pushing hard, my man.
Yeah, we got somebody down in sector 1.
Oh, Alpha
Stons. Was trying to chase down PRL Owen, and looks like that's not going to happen. And we have a safety car.
We've got another safety car. Oh, so it's going to be interesting now. So by the time we get the race underway again, we're probably going to have 6 or 7 laps of racing. It's going to be a very interesting race. Like it's going to sound like most of the guys are probably going to pit for the fresh softs.
Yeah, I mean, right now, if I'm
be a sprint finish.
Everybody needs to, even Simpson or Mouse, because they weren't making up that town. Everybody's going to have to go to softs. We'll see if somebody gambles to stay out. Like if Sam Brooks stays out and can nurse that home, but they won't be able to. He won't be able to.
Well, you got 97. Because I refuse to say that word.
Well, he came out on softs early, but he's got a long way to get around.
Like he doesn't really have to pit. He's on the fresh softs.
Yeah. But he's also going to make it back around in 25 seconds before everybody else gets in there and gets out. So right now, let's see if Jack and Brooks stay out. And if they can knot another lap off and then pit. So what does Jack do? Oh, he stays out. Jack's out. Brooks out. Owen's in. Arctic Penguin with the 3-second time penalty. He's going to be kind of screwed. Guelphy in the pits. Are they trying to grow another second?
I mean, that's...
Because, I mean, if they pit next lap, that helps them because they'll have...
a very ballsy move, mate. You know what I mean? Because we're on the safety car. They're going to be bunched back up. They could potentially be snookered at the restart.
Guitar Man Khan finds himself in third currently after the spin out and the other ones.
And the other ones.
So Owen has got himself prime right now if the top 3 don't pit.
You know that man there has got the advantage on the restart. You got Captain Jack on 9-lap-old mediums. You got Sam Brooks on 9-lap-old hards. The Tarman Khan's on 5-lap-old mediums. He's definitely carrying advantage into the restart of the race.
I mean, they can still pit now if they want to, right? I mean, they still got to get around the track and catch up, but I don't know. I guess their strategy. Yeah, I guess their strategy is to stick with that. I don't know if it's going to pay off. Bold move, Cotton.
By the looks of it, we're going to have 6 laps of racing left as well, so it's going to be very interesting.
All right, so current setup. Lemontaini in the house on the comments. Captain Jack, Brooks, Khan. Owen, Lemontaini, Squeezy, Speezy, something. How did my water get up there? So everybody on softs. Sesso, for the sake of it, is on mediums.
I do believe Sesso is not driving his car, my man.
Is it autonomous?
I think so.
Wants the points, I guess, to the constructors at this point, so it is what it is.
It is what it is. It's the way she goes, my man. It's the way she goes.
So, yeah, so we're going to have to see here. Captain Jack and those 10-lap mediums. At even with 6 laps to go, if it comes in this lap, man, they got about 4 or 5 laps tops. Is that about right?
So if it's staying out for another lap, maybe 2 with those Sesso, you're gonna have like a 5-lap finish.
Can those hards can do it, but Brooks isn't going to have the speed. Khan's on 6-lap medium, so he's just going to be in the way and will probably spin out again. But Owen is poised to do something, but can Captain Jack make it stick?
Like, these guys on the fresh softs, they ain't no slouches either. Do you know what I mean? They got a tough task ahead of them.
Yeah, them top 5 on softs. Nada is, like I said, he pitted that early, but that didn't work out because it takes that long to get around the track. So he's still back in 9th. Man, this is quite the instance. Everybody that's been aggressive making moves.
It is literally still too close to call. Like, you do kind of feel it's Captain Jack's race to lose here.
He's that confident. He's made it work so far. So if he can work with that setup and still be fast on old mediums, I guess we'll find out. I mean, no doubt about it. We're going to find out because the race has to end. We're not going to get disconnected. So
let's hope not.
Don't jinx me. Don't jinx me.
Let's hope not.
Codemaster's like, how dare you? We'll take this lobby crash.
We will take this away from you.
Well, wound up on a Tuesday. Club going up on a Tuesday. That's a song, right?
I think so.
For like 15 minutes 8 years ago. Yeah, it was a thing.
No. It was a thing.
It was a thing. So did it say it was coming in?
I'm not sure. It must be because he's holding them right up now. Oh, he's holding them right up. He's holding them all the way up.
There we go.
Well, not necessarily. These restarts up. He's mixing them up, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he went with. He's like, I'll wait. That's fine. Side by side teammates here. Tail the butt. Oh, look at Brooks.
He's going around the outside.
Can he make the outside stick?
Nice.
No. Nothing here. No mistakes. Everybody threw clean on one. Captain Jack's still in the lead, but let's take a look here. Arctic Penguin already swapping spots with Owen on the opening straight.
Oh, they're going toe-to-toe here in the final stages of the race. So that restart was nice. It was nice and clean. It was close. I thought Sam Brooks was going to try it around the outside.
Brooks slowly losing time. It's a ticking time bomb for that to just fall.
This is where you see it happen. Guitar Man Khan got very loosey-goosey there. He clipped a little bit at the outside of the curb.
Penguin and Owen got a penalty.
Oh.
So this is going to shake up the
himself around ever so slightly. He's losing that. He's pushing too hard. So he hasn't got the grip levels of those softs. And Arctic and Owen's taking advantage of that one there.
Yeah, Arctic now in third.
He knew he had to push from the restart.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the penalties here. It's 3 seconds for both of them.
What's happened there? Guitar Man Khan must have sent himself around again here. And he's out of the race. That means we're down to 10 runners.
Wow, 10 runners. And a virtual safety car.
Everyone's a winner. Everyone scores points.
This is like Talladega all over again. But Guitar Man Khan, I don't know what's up with his setup, but he's got to do something about that. So right now, if Captain Jack and Sam Brooks are truly teammates, we got some team orders going on here. You got Brooks on the hards, who can make it to the end, can block and defend Penguin, Owen, and Guelphy and Mouse. I believe it'll be
they're not that easy to defend against them, are they? Do you know what I mean? It's going to be a task in itself.
That just gives just enough for Captain Jack to nurse those tires home without having to pit, then we'll be solid here. See if it just goes green, because he'll get a jump here. He's waiting for that yellow to disappear so he can just get on the accelerator no matter where he's at. Hoping somebody else is sleeping. Hopefully none of these guys are sleeping on this restart.
But they shouldn't be sleeping. They're driving some very fast cars, mate.
You'll be checking their phones and driving, though. You'll not be doing that.
They'll be doing that.
That'd be funny if it was out of the hairpin here that it went green and he just takes off. But it is not. Still good. Ooh, these guys are all there we go, green, we're green.
We're green.
And yeah, Jack pulled away.
No one was caught napping there. They had their full attention on the road.
Yes. And they got that full grip there. Penguin looking to get around Brooks on the straight here. They're all going to blow by him. Man, Penguin's lined up to win this race. DRS zone, if they can keep it close, DRS zone, one of these two guys will win this.
He's carrying some penalties. He's got 3. See, Penguin and Owen have got 3 seconds apiece. So if they're gonna do something, they got to do it now. They got to do it now.
They got to make up that time.
While they're still in touching distance and get a wiggle on. They got to get a big wiggle on to get away from these boys.
For some reason, Owen's flaps were not open here, but here we go. Such a good shot in the turn 1 there. Brooks is going to hold him up best he can. As you can see, that's happening exactly right now. It's very, very bold to pass in this section. Let's put it that way. And you can see Captain Jack just pulling away.
And
there it is. The blocking.
You know it is a tough track to pass on.
Yes. And that's why somebody like Sam Brooks on hard tires that are meant for the long run but not the speed can provide that separation point for his teammate, the leader. So...
But I don't know if he's going to be able to do it because he's got people. He's got a queue behind him now. They're queuing.
Oh, why did Penguin go way up there? What the hell? Penguin went off the track, came back across, and took out Owen. But Owen, I guess, saved it enough to stay on the track. Guelphy now takes third. Oh, God, if I'm Owen, I'm pissed.
Oh, he tried to correct that. He tried to correct that.
That was wow.
Fortunately, still in the race though, but
and Guelphy's losing time on Brooks for some reason. 2 seconds. That might have been the straw that broke the camel's back, or the cardboard box with the stuff.
I feel by what I just seen, like Sam Brooks is doing his job there for his teammate. He is holding him up. There was a queue building behind him, and they just had enough. They knew the team game. They knew the strategy. Well,
it also helps when third takes out fourth and makes it not an issue. That was ridiculous. So we're down to 10 people. Owen's still in the race, but he's coming in the pits for some reason, I guess because of the damage. He's just looking for points. Everybody today will finish with points. As we're down to half the field.
It's crazy. Like, these Alpine, the Alpine managers got to be smiling today. These boys have done a really good job. They're working together.
Mouse is creeping up on Guelphy, but is there enough time to catch Sam Brooks to even get in a second? So I guess the penalties don't even play a role anymore as Penguin and Owen. Because Penguin is still in the race. Not sure what happened there. It must be got too aggressive or something, but is what it is. Can Mouse catch Guelphy for a podium spot, though? That's the question. We got 2.5 to go. We got a straight line train here. They're not really pulled away from each other too much, but only one's within DRS zone. If Guelphy can squeeze about a hundredth of a second here into the DRS zone, then we can have something going here for these last 2 laps.
Mouse is catching.
Yeah. Penguin nailed another penalty. So they are within a second. And yeah, Guelphy's up. They're closing it in. But now those flaps are not open. Don't know why. Mouse, about a 3/10 now going into turn 1. Might not be left. We got 2 to go here. Boy.
They're literally doing a little. They're flirting with each other, these two. Guelphy and Mouse are definitely flirting with each other.
Yeah, they don't want to see somebody take out the other one again when they're trying to race for a podium, but Mouse wants that podium. The win ain't going to happen.
He does. Off the back of last season, where unfortunately he lost the championship in the final couple of races. He wants to prove that he's still got the steel to win it here in Tier 2.
Wow. This race has been absurd. Flabbergasted at life after the Suzuka Grand Prix for Tier 2. Guelphy within a half a second now. He is closing. He'll probably get him in the DRS. And it'd be a shame to see Brooks not get this podium after a very solid drive today.
He's put in a hell of an effort here tonight, mate. Hell of an effort. He's been very consistent. He's stuck to his guns with his tyre choices tonight, and it's paid off for him.
Mouse trying to run down Guelphy here, but we're at a DRS train here. Boyer 2.5 seconds off, really out of the equation, but we'll hopefully get that top 5. But Nada is behind him within DRS range. Go back up to Guelphy here. Flaps are open. Can he get around Sam Brooks? Forces Guelphy to the outside. And protects. He's doing his best Valerie Bodass impression. Here in the end.
So, it's time for the two Williams boys to go and have a little look at Sam Brooks. We're on the final lap here, so you're gonna feel like they're gonna try and nip the 1-2 off of the Alpine boys.
No, the pressure got to Brooks earlier, but I believe that was from Folksy at the time, and eventually Folksy caved and wrecked. So, but looks like Brooks isn't immune to pressure. So we'll see here. Right on that tail is Guelphy. Basically, he's doing just that. He's holding up these guys from running down the leader, and
he's doing a mighty fine job at that as well, and he's got his elbows all the way out, my man, all the way out.
All the boat ass. Trying to force around the outside here is nothing. Because he won't get him on the straight. Brooks might just hold on to this second here unless there's just some run made on this back stretch. So we take a look at Captain Jack coming into the final chicane. We'll see if there's a move made here for Guelphy or Mouse on the tails. Can't get it. No room to pass. Coming around the final bend. Captain Jack takes pole and wins the race. 1-2 finish for Alpine. Sam Brooks second, holding off the threat of Guelphy and Mouse. Another set of teammates in Doritos Williams, third and fourth. Nada gets around Boyer to get that fifth. Boyer does get his sixth. Simster Crazy, Arctic Penguin, Owen, and Sesso, who's on auto drive, will all finish with points as the rest of the field eating some Doritos right now. But a brilliant drive and great teamwork there. Just kind of worked out that way. Some of the threats.
Brilliant teamwork.
Yeah,
brilliant
some of the
teamwork there.
Guelphy driver of the day. Yeah, he definitely made the most game, but I would give it to possibly Brooks, as somebody paid for this podium celebration. Anyways, brilliant drive by.
Brilliant drive. What a race we had tonight. I mean, there's been like that overtake at the start between Folksy and Paul. That little exchange there. That's memorable. That is memorable.
Is it possible to bring our winner in here? Do you have him on your?
The collision that took out half the grid near enough. Wow.
That was the craziest wreck I've seen in this league, along with the craziest pass I've seen with this league, with the same two people involved. So
this track is causing issues for a lot of drivers across the board at the moment. We're here again tomorrow night for Tier 3. Now, if we go, now obviously these guys have seen that it's claimed a lot of names, and it's gonna. Surely, I'd be scared of it. I would be scared of this track.
Yeah, Owen snuck that triple crown away from Captain Jack. Got that fastest lap of almost by a second at 1:37.38. But Jack, our podium. 14th to third for Guelphy, and then 7th to first. I'm going to give it to Brooks. 7th to second for Brooks. Brilliant drive by Guelphy, but half the field was gone. Brooks was already up there, but still a good drive.
He's had a hell of a day. So's Captain Jack. He's led the whole day.
Yeah.
He took pole position in quali in the wet.
In the wet.
And then he led from the lead. He literally led the whole race. He started from the lead and just run with it.
Yeah, man. That was Ivan Feldman 9000 joining us Tuesday for this particular tier of the league.
I've been the Fluff. Keep it breezy. See you next week. Y'all.
Eat some cheese.